Hi there, welcome to the Babrung channel and welcome to a Vlogmas day 2. So what's my day been? What have I been up to? Have I been up to a lot? Not really, no. Just one or two things really. I got me a cuppa to keep me company, and I think I'll just show you what I have done and then have a chat, I suppose. Yeah, I think that'll work. Oh, that's a nice warm cup of Earl Grey. I do like my tea. So, making wise, I've decided to push on a little bit with my deer pattern. And like I said, I know it's a woodland deer, but I suppose once I've made it, if I put a red nose on it, then it won't be just a woodland deer anymore, will it? So there we go. Yeah. The instructions are a little bit odd. You don't get much in the way of instructions. It's like that and that. And they're a little bit sort of, yeah, okay, but never mind. The pattern is by Simply Sewing, which I think is part of a magazine. And that's where it's come from. I imagine there's lots of these patterns out there. This particular one was given to me by a viewer, so thank you very much for that. And I thought, yeah, it just seemed right for doing that. So I did mention it yesterday, but of course I hadn't started it. I just got the pattern, but I have cut out the pieces now. Now the pattern says to use a lot of felt and a lot of felt colours, I suppose, but I've not used felt. I've actually gone through my stash and pulled out my faux leather pieces. I got this bit not too long ago. It's described, the colour is described as mink, and it is a faux leather. And then I'd also got some other faux leather, which is this black stuff. It's like, I can't separate it out, but it's a faux leather. Where's that bit? Oh, there we go. Like that. It's another piece, so that's what we've got. And I'm going to try and stitch that. I don't know how good faux leather actually sews up. And then there's a couple of white pieces for the front and part of the ears and stuff. So the darker pieces are for like the hooves and the antler, and then the main body is the lighter colour. So I've cut all that out. It's a little bit fiddly. Not sure how well I'm going to be able to actually sew this together. One, faux leather, and two, because it's quite small really, so I imagine it's going to be rather fiddly. So I'm not sure in what direction I'm going to take that, but I'll give it a go and see how I get on. I mean, I've got 24, I've got 22 days left really, isn't there? 22 days left to get that put together really. So plenty of days hopefully. As long as I do a bit every single day, then really I should be able to get through it. Now I started doing this woodland deer with the idea of, oh, that looks quite nice, I wouldn't mind that. It seems a bit seasonal. I'm not sure what I could do with it. Maybe I could put it on the top of the tree if I get it done quick enough. That's if I have a tree, that is. Not everybody decides to have a tree, do they? I mean, you know, might have one of those little Christmas twig things, you know, or something with the lights that shine off on it, you know, the fibre optic thingies, whatever, and you might not be able to put a big decoration on the top of it. But I thought, yeah, or it's something that could be a little present for somebody, you know, and that's that sort of thing, you know, and so, or it's just something that's rather decorative to have for the Christmas season. And then that made me start to think about gifts, you know, and why do we give gifts? Why do we have gifts at all, you know? It made me think, you know, what is that purpose of there being a gift to give to somebody? Because I mean, these days we're in, you know, it's commercialised. There's a lot of it going about, isn't there? I mean, you go out and there's everything in the shops, and you're meant to get this and get that, and you've got to get, you know, your second cousin's third child once removed on your whatever and whatever side of the family, And some people feel a bit obliged and obligated to do that. And I think, well, why do we? What's that purpose, and why should we give a gift? You know, and I think, well, if I go back in time, you know, and we look at our ancient past, I mean, before Christmas existed, I think the main reason, from what I can gather, that we would have a festival or something like that at this time of year is because it's the winter solstice, when we've got the shortest day or shortest amount of daylight. And it just makes me think, well, I wonder what they would have done and how they might have done things. And I presume, or I'm taking the view, that they would have had festivals all throughout the year, but this one being somewhat quite special, a bit like the summer solstice. There are some festivals and events throughout the year that would have been really quite important to our ancient ancestors. And I imagine that the festival itself was the main thing, being able to go somewhere, have the feast and meet up with lots of people. It might be that it's lots of family and friends. It might be that it's a bigger event that you're going to, and they would get together and have these feasts, especially at the winter solstice, when food couldn't be preserved in the way that we do now. So they would have to make use of what was left that wouldn't survive through the winter. So I imagine that's a lot of what the feasting would come down to, but also a celebration of the year and the events that it was being celebrated, like the winter solstice, and anything else that might be considered to be an event that they want to celebrate. So it's all about celebration to me. And then I think, well, so why would they have given gifts? And I think, well, if it's based on like a festival that has a religious belief to them, then there may be a sense that there's a reason to give something as a token to their beliefs, you know, their gods, or however they might see it, to say thank you for the year, and hopefully praise that will give them a good year to come. So I imagine that's a lot of what was in it for giving something, a little something. And then there may have been things where a special gift was given to a person, and that because they have done something special in that year. They've done things that are above and beyond what was expected within their society, or that their skills and abilities are being shown and appreciated at a special event, at a festival that shows that at that time, along with the festival, which they're making praise to, as it were, that they're also celebrating this person at this special time by giving them a present, something special. And that something special might have been something that's been made, or something that's been created, or something like that. In our ancient ancestors, it might have been that they've shown good skill as a warrior, maybe, and it's something related to that, or it's something that shows that they have a particular skill set, whether that be within the farming, or that they create something like a textile or something like that, and they're very good at it. And to show that they've been appreciated and accepted within their societies having that skill set, they get given something very special. And to me, I think that's more of the sentiment of a gift, that it shouldn't be this like consumer thing that we have today, where, you know, kids get loads of stuff and people are trying to buy big and expensive things for somebody to say, look what I've got you something really nice and special. It's like, no, it's special because it celebrates that person and who they are and what they've done and something particular about them. So for me, if I were to give a gift, it would be because it's like, it doesn't have to be big or flamboyant. It's something that I'm giving because it's a special thing, and it's something that's given to them with a special meaning and a sentiment that says, I have consideration for you and for who you are and for what you've done throughout the year. So to me, sending a small gift, even if it's just one gift, has that more special sentiment to it. So even if it was something very, very small, then why not send that sentiment to that person? And I think to me that is somewhat rather more special about a gift that you can give, rather than the commercialized sort of push that we all get these days and feel that we're, you know, got to go along with it, you know, and you get hyped up and wrapped up and go along with all the sort of hustle and bustle of this time of year. And to me it's like, well, no, why don't we take a step back and relax and take our time with it and be ready to give that something special on that day, that's just a little token to say thank you, or that you're special, or that we think about you, or that you are a person with skills or personality that we treasure, you know. So yeah, to me, gifts have different meanings to different people, I think. But for me, they need to be something that you want to give to show your appreciation and I suppose your love to that person, you know. So that to me is gifts. And that's what I was thinking about when I was started making this, and I got this, and I was thinking about it yesterday. You know, gifts. What do they really mean to people? And do we need all of the big stuff that we have? You know, great, we get together, we can have a bit of a feast as well, and then we give a gift. It's just something small, a little token. So yeah, there we go. That's it really, I suppose. That was my thoughts, and that's all I really wanted to say about. So Vlogmas Day 2, December the 2nd, 2024, has been quite quiet really, with quite a bit of thought in my mind about different things. So yeah, there we go. I think with that probably sums up the day. So all I can say is thank you for watching, and I really hope to see you tomorrow.
Bye.